Hey everyone, this is Wei and thanks for joining me here once again. For this video, we're just gonna have a little fun and do another optical illusion drawing. And it's very simple and the illusion is really cool on this one. So let's get started and I'll talk about the process along the way. Alright, so let's draw this optical illusion image and we're gonna just start off with a rectangle in perspective. So you do kind of have to know a little bit about perspective, but it's very simple. So we're just gonna go this way. So this would be like the top of the rectangle, and then we're gonna draw it coming down. Like this would be one of the ends, and then we're gonna do steps. Have it keep coming down, and for these lines, you want to be the same as this because it'll be all parallel because they're all part of the same plane. Okay, so this is vertical. It's a little bit easier to draw, right? So just go vertical. So we're just gonna keep going down. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do one more. So these are like kind of like steps. Let me push this up a little bit. Okay. So let's clean it up a little bit, and I'll just make it just a little bit darker so you can see a little bit better. And then we'll shade it. And with these optical illusions, shading is important because by shading it, you give the drawing like a dimension to it, right? So it's like a 3D cube. So you can imagine this would be the top. So let's just shade this part so that it becomes darker, as if the light is coming from this side. So let's see, 3. Okay, let's try to keep it a little bit consistent so that I feel like it's the same plane. Okay, so once you have that, you continue here. We're gonna draw this line down. We kind of go all the way through. So there's nothing funny about this, alright? This just look like a rectangle. Now from here, we're gonna take the third line down here. We're gonna extend this, and then we're gonna draw a little top surface like this, kind of like parallel to this surface. And then we're gonna extend this line, and we're gonna meet up with that, so that this becomes like the surface. Like this becomes that kind of surface. And of course, that doesn't make any sense, right? Because it's actually the side, but by extending it like that, now it looks like it's a surface. So now we're gonna extend this one, and then we're gonna just go connect this. Okay, so pretty much have that illusion now. All right. So now it gets all weird, right? So this is, to sell it a little bit better, you can shade this a little bit, just so that you feel like the sides. So this would be the side. So just very light. So by doing that, we're kind of recognizing this and this to be the same, right? Okay. So that is actually the basic illusion. And to even sell it a little bit more, we want to sell this shape right here as if it's a rectangle. So what we can do is we can extend this. Let's just make it extend it out a little bit, maybe like a kind of like a T shape. Okay, so if we extend it out, and then now we shade this. Because this plane here would be the same as this. So and then this here was the same as that, so we got to shade that similarly. Okay, so let's sell this one a little bit more. shade that in. I'm gonna draw this, the top surface here. Okay, so now it looks a little bit more whacked, right? And that's all it is, you know, it's just how you can add, you know, what kind of stuff you can add in order to sell the shape. And then that's how you get food. All right, so right here is probably, probably get rid of this line. So I get rid of that line, so now it looks like continuous surface. Okay. And that's it. So now you have this weird step shape. So just shading a little bit. So the more uniform the shading, you know, the more you're gonna be able to sell this thing, because you know we need to recognize, you know, that all these are the same side of the geometry. Okay. Now here's another thing you can do, which is kind of cool. You see a lot of these optical illusions where if you add in like a person, let's just say, just roughly, just gonna have it. Okay, let's just add a person right here. Let's say it's like standing. Okay, so it's just a little figure, maybe another one, right? Let's just draw them right around here. Maybe a female this time. It's very simple, just kind of more like architectural type drawing. You know, where they populate the scenes with little stick figures. Okay. This figure doesn't look as good, but and then if you add in just a little bit of shadow, now it kind of feels like you know, someone standing on top. And again, you know, adding just these little elements, it just helps to sell the scene, right? As if this is like a floor, the top surface. Of course, this is blends into the sides, which is really odd. So that's it for this, and it's actually kind of pretty fun to do. So just start out with the steps, and then just connect these lines, and you know, sell this part of the drawing a little bit more with shading and a little bit of additional geometry, and also, you know, you can add in little figures, or even you know, maybe even like a ball. Just say I'm gonna put in a ball right here, and you gotta shade it so we know where it is. So now it looks like a surface. So little things like that help. So that's it for this, and give it a shot and just have fun with it, and I will see you next time.